Good day, everyone. Welcome to episode 14 of Let's Talk Mental Health. On today's episode, we have with us an amazing and brilliant young lady. She is a social worker who has an extensive experience in mental health, focusing on the rehabilitation and support of women living with mental health disabilities. She is deeply committed to youth and women empowerment. Join me and let us welcome Miss Tufair El Duma. She'll be teaching us today about personality disorders.
Have you ever felt like your emotions or behaviors are just a little different from others? Maybe you overthink every social interaction, or you struggle trusting people when they have done you nothing wrong. Well, here's the thing. Having these struggles is normal. But when these patterns start to affect your relationships, your happiness, and your ability to function, then they may be just more than a personality trait. It could be a personality disorder. Personality disorder is a type of mental health condition that affects the way a person thinks, the way they feel, and the way they interact with other people. Mostly people with personality disorders have difficulties understanding their emotions and tolerating distress. This makes it hard for them to relate to others, causing serious issues affecting their family life, their social activities, their intimate relationships, school performance, work, and overall quality of life. Well, we all have unique personalities. Some people are introverts, while others are extroverts. Some people love structure, while others thrive in chaos, But with personality disorder, it's different. It goes beyond just being shy, beyond just having trust issues. There are deeply ingrained patterns that makes everyday life harder. Imagine someone constantly being at war with their own mind, unable to control their own reactions, constantly finding themselves pushing people away even though they crave connection. That's how it is for many people with personality disorders. When we talk about personality disorder, it's not just a word in a textbook. It's real life situation. There are various types of personality disorder. There is borderline personality disorder, and people with BPD often experience intense emotions. They usually have unstable relationships and experience constant mood swings. They also have this strong fear of abandonment, causing them to act impulsively. There is also narcissistic personality disorder, and people who find themselves in this category often have inflated sense of self-importance. They crave admiration and usually lack empathy towards others. There is also avoidant personality disorder. These people tend to block out of every social interaction, every social gathering, because they fear rejection, they fear criticisms, and they usually have low self-esteem. These are just few examples of personality disorders. Understanding them helps us to build awareness and empathy towards mental health. Interestingly, people with personality disorder don't even know that they have personality disorder. But chances are you know somebody who has personality disorder even if they don't recognize it. Personality disorders do not just appear out of nowhere. They are deeply rooted in childhood trauma, neglect, and even genetics. So imagine yourself growing up in a home where voice silenced, your emotions ignored, your trust shattered, and over time your brain just adjusts to that environment. It adapts, creating its own defense mechanism, shaping the way you see the world and the way you interact with others. But if you've ever suffered from any form of personality disorder, just know that these disorders do not define who you are. Before we go, I want you to take a moment to ask yourself this. Have you ever felt misunderstood? Have you ever struggled with emotions or reactions that even you couldn't explain? If so, you're not alone. We all have parts of our lives that we're still learning to navigate. But the truth is, you deserve to be seen. You deserve growth. So for a moment, I want you to briefly close your eyes. Imagine a time in your life where you truly felt heard, whether it was a friend who listened or just a kindness from a stranger. Now I want you to hold on to that moment and imagine a world where we all offer that kind of support towards each other. That's the kind of world we're trying to build through awareness. Together we can make mental health a conversation and not a stigma. Remember to say, feelings, they're like visitors. Let them come and let them go.
Many thanks and appreciation goes to our teacher today. We want to say thank you so much for the creativity and the innovation put into this video. We are grateful. So that's about it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'm Merva M. Smooth. I'm a clinical social worker. And remember, an informed mind leads to a changed behavior. Until our next episode, adios.